Hej, siemano wam wszystkim, z tej strony Durakon. Jest taka sprawa, że dzisiaj będziemy zwiedzali całe to miejsce, w którym aktualnie się znajdujemy, ale zrobimy to w taki sposób, że będzie to po prostu przyspieszone zbieranie, patrzenie, rozmowy, z tego względu, żeby się zmieścić w jednych, dwóch odcinkach, niż całościowo w czterech. Tak samo mojego głosu nie będzie, bo to będzie też przyjemniejsze dla Was. Nie będzie na tyle szybkie, żebyście nie mogli przeczytać, ale będzie na tyle szybkie, żeby wystarczająco zmniejszyć odcinek. Więc zapraszam do oglądania przyspieszonej wersji.
Oh, a new face? It's always nice to see someone new here. Welcome, welcome. Why didn't I notice you? Yes, my apologies. Ever since breakfast today, I've been sort of lost in thought. I keep thinking of my dear mother's cooking. Your famous pie. You see, all we got here is venison, fish. Venison, then fish. And then fish, and more fish. I can live with all the bullshit that's thrown at soldiers. But the longer I live, the more I realize there's not much to live for, except food. And I'd kill for a slice of that pie. That's if it were that easy. I ain't much of a cook. And Rorik, the one we have here, well, he says we're soldiers, so we can stick our complaints up our asses. Really? Sure, I remember well. Here you go.
All those tits. I just about had it with a bunch of oppressed virgins. And who might you be? You don't look like one of them. Well, do I now? You would be too if you had to deal with those sniveling morons when they're up to something. Don't look at me like that. You don't get as far in life as I have. You can't smell bullshit from a mile away. There's something fishy going on here. I'll get to the bottom of it. And here's a brilliant idea. You're going to help me. Straight to the point, huh? Don't worry, I'll pay you. And who knows, you might even get a discount on my wares. I just need to go to Brandon and find out why that slimeball's pretending not to know I'm here. Tell him I'm waiting for his delivery. Although I'm pretty sure he knows this already. You don't know? He's the captain of this entire circus. I thought since they let you in, you must have it in with him. But it turns out you know even less than I do. There's something going on, you know? I don't want anybody to know, but I can feel it. I've been doing business with the captain for years now. Then suddenly I found myself stuck here. They won't let me further in, not even set up camp in the village. But they won't let me out either. Anyway, good luck to you. Come and visit if you need anything. Oh, plenty. And almost none of them happy. I'll never forget the first time we stumbled upon a place after a cloud of weirdness oozed through. It was a small settlement, just a few houses. There was this odd, bitter taste in the air. The place was completely abandoned. Or so we thought, until we started finding them, one by one. A man tried to chop off his legs after they started sprouting antlers. Another one gouged his eyes out, so he wouldn't have to look at his child melting into the floor. A woman in the farthest corner of the settlement managed to stab herself in the heart before it got to her. I almost dropped it all and ran back to Timberwall that day. I'm still not sure why I didn't. I guess giving up just isn't in my nature. Name's Orla. I'm a merchant. Or I try to be, when my business is being held hostage by a bunch of idiots who seem to be terrified of women. What was I thinking when I decided to leave Timberwall? I should stay there. You've never been to the merchant capital? Well, you didn't miss much. Yes, it's rich and extravagant, but only if you were rich and extravagant too. Other than that, it's a place like any other. The same pain and misery hiding behind gilded walls. It's not as exciting as people think. Or, well, maybe it is if you're living with a bunch of backstabbing crooks. Yeah, now I remember what I was thinking when I left that place. Not really. It's more of a requirement if you ever want to be successful in Timberwall. My family is full of them. I have no home in Timberwall. Well, we have a estate, but it hasn't felt like home for a long time. I feel like every time I go back, I recognize it less and less. The people are getting greedier and more desperate by the day. Business is slow, I'm not gonna lie. With the weirdness creeping into the north and bandits everywhere, trade's just not as profitable as it used to be. But, I don't know. Being a merchant from Timberwall used to mean craftiness, taking risks, looking for opportunities. Now, they only care about keeping their heads down and preserving their fortunes. You do realize you won't score any points with the keepers by helping me, right? Those holier-than-thou soldier boys have no idea what it is to be a merchant in this sorry world. The things we have to do sometimes aren't exactly done according to the rulebook. There's a woman from the tribe called Nest. She's my supplier. At least, I think she's still working for me. I haven't heard from her in a while, and she was supposed to bring me some really precious cargo, something the captain wanted me to arrange. You still up for an adventure, My guess, and it's only a guess, is that at some point she must have been somewhere around the bay. That beach near the whale's tooth. Rumor has it that Bromar No-Face and his thugs are fond of that place, which wouldn't be good news for Nest. Good luck, and don't worry, I'll pay. No matter whether she's dead or alive. Just let me know what happens, and bring back the cargo if she still has it.
Let me guess. Avalon, no? Timberwall, also no? So you're not from the north. Ah, of course. You must be from Koniec. I should have guessed right away. So, who's in charge there now? Nowhere? Never heard about it. Must be a shithole like no other. And I think I won't learn much about politics from you. You know, people are talking about rising unrest in the north, and a secret coalition preparing a coup at the highest levels of power. And that whole plague thing is just a tool to reach their final goal. The red priests are also trying to get something out of it. And to be honest, it's not going too bad for them. The druids are out of the picture already. Well, sure. They want to establish a new order on our island. And it's not clear who's involved in the whole mess. Maybe our captain is even involved. Hell knows. They have their people everywhere. Damn it, you could be one of them too. Although when I look at you, I don't think so. You have such a stupid face. With all due respect, of course. That's the case. Those sons of bitches are good at hiding. They kind of blend in and live among us. It's hard to tell if it's hideous magic or some other tricks. You see, it takes one to know one, and that means we're just pawns. Folks like us won't change anything. But we have to talk out loud. It suits them when everyone keeps their mouth shut. Wait a minute, I'm not suggesting anything here. I'm just thinking out loud. It doesn't make sense that a plague appeared just like that. Out of bloody nowhere? Hell no. It's a high-stakes game. Power over us, of course. Over our bodies and souls. Over Avalon. Over the whole damn course of history. You know, I've been thinking lately. What if King Arthur is just a stupid fairy tale? What if the nobles and others involved in the whole conspiracy just made him up, and us peasants eventually just started to believe it? You know, one story for everyone. They drilled it into our heads, and drilled until it finally stuck. And then they built statues, wrote books, and everything else. You finally get it. It's just a pity there's a few like us. Well, we just have to keep going, eh? And while we're at it, I get back to work. I'm on duty.
Welcome. In the name of our eternally reigning Majesty, King Arthur, and the Knights of the Round Tables, I am obliged to inform you that finding those who actively break the law and reject the rule of the crown is the duty and crime of every subject. As Camelot's representative, I will be paying a bounty of 10 gold pieces for the death of each planet, roaming area, as long as adequate proof is provided. I also recommend checking the bounty board for information on wanted criminals, especially those considered particularly dangerous. Please, state your business. That's correct. My name is Stylian. I was sent here from the capital to see how the horns of the south are handling the planet's problem, and also to encourage the keepers of the situation with the ignorant savages is precarious. Too bad we can't get rid of them as easily as we did the druids. There have also been rumors that we might soon have a civil war on hands, so Camelot cannot afford to spread our forces too thin. There are rumors that we at 20 unite, and only open war with Camelot, as those big savages, they can go bold, leaving the forest. For now, it's just been small skirmishes, but who knows how it will end. Well, you've probably heard about the druids making human sacrifices by some people to wick puppets and set them on fire. Well, the people decided to give them a taste of their own medicine. They run them all up and send them up in smoke. Oh, how they must have howled and sizzled. Too bad I can't see it. Yep, making sacrifices, praise the dark gods, brought the weirdness back. Bunch of bastards. They think they're going through now. And most of them, the survivors have supposedly taken refuge with savages in the woods, and one of them is rumored to be hiding in the horns area. But whether that was before or after the Charred Conclave, I don't know. Would you like to hear about him? His name was Svalyard. He was lurking near Bloodlight, a small pond where they used to throw the bodies of executed convicts. They say he was fishing out and used magic to turn them into undead monsters. Supposedly he's hiding in some fresh corpses, so he started one of the keepers. The whole organized a manhunt. They found him and sent him to death. People say that the moment is wiped off the surface of Bloodlight. The water turned red and it's been scarred since that day. Some say that Svalyard came back from the dead and seek revenge. But if you ask me, it's just a tale by local simpletons. I don't really have much more to tell. It's hard to get any updates here. I only know that the new Lancelot has not been very popular, and that's when in Mali, there was more game weapon further state. Long ago, if everyone went so afraid of it. And then we had the commoners who seem to keep hitting the place, and now the demanding changes. Everything's falling apart. And so far, the keepers don't want to risk being turned into pincushions for mere 10 gold pieces. Besides, the captain banned them from leaving the horns of the south without good reason. Too many bandits and not enough keepers. Oh, you have no idea. When I heard they were sending south to the very place that's crawling with bandits and barbarians from the tribes, I imagined they'd be a little closer to the action, you know, fighting, gushing blood, screams and such like. I thought the parents would be showing me the scars and stones and telling me tales of how they lost their eyes, ears and limbs, or even better, how they were ripping open throats and bellies. Instead, the only stories I hear are when those fools break their own legs when they get drunk and fall off the walls. I could be, but many people can swing a sword, and only a few have as sharp and quiet minds as I do. It's just that some people are made for fighting, while others are desperate for things. Besides, watching them seems gives me enough satisfaction without needing to risk my life. Yeah, I've been like this since I was a child. And when the execution's over, I'm going to the next one, and there are quite a lot of them in Camelot. And I like to watch my mum punch the servants for the living. It's just how I am. Well, Camelot was sent a group of knights with Sir Galahad at the head, and he's not interested in half measures. He probably burned down half the garrison, or hanged them. He's done both. By the way, did you know that people who are hanged rarely die from strangulation? Usually the sudden jolt causes the backbone to snap, which separates the head from the body. While they also hanged in the village, and it's true. Once up, and it's done. No matter what you say about him, he's very efficient. Brutal, even by my standards, but efficient. Oh, sure, plenty. Did you know that apparently if you crack someone's head, they don't die straight away, or remain conscious for a few moments? Well, someone dies in a dark, closed-off space, sometimes, but very rarely, their body creates a thin layer of wax on the surface of the skin. I've had a body decomposed in water 4 times faster than on land. I need to think. If I remember anything, I'll let you know. Really? You fought bandits and killed them? Oh, I want to hear all the details. Here's your reward. What promise? You'll tell me everything. Again? You really like killing, don't you? Do you shoot them with arrows from afar, or do you prefer to get right close and watch the light fade from their eyes? I have so many questions, but for now, here's your reward. Incredible. You're a born killer, aren't you? Instead of just taking out bandit scum, how about hunting something bigger? Is no go. You really nasty son of a bitch. Hold up a nearby rock. I've heard that one swing of hammer can turn a bear into a bloodbath. As you can imagine, the keepers aren't too keen on dealing with them. Even though the ogre runs just off from the road to the north. When Galahad arrives, he certainly won't be pleased. If by some miracle you manage to get it, you'll earn Camelot's gratitude and a hefty reward. Bring me the ogre's shiny eyes proof of the kill. The rock is right off the king's road. Here, I'll mark it on the map. You're my favorite killer. Oh, someone finally checked out the notices I was posting on the board. You managed to kill Rusty Ardor. Well, a few months back, he supposedly took out a high-ranking red priest. So the bitch of the Camelot were eager to see him dead. It was you who finally pulled it off. And from what I hear, he was a tough bastard. So by being a killers. Congratulations, and here's your reward. That's the darkest of Finland's calm, isn't it? They've been hunting him for the slaughter of 2 keepers, and now they finally got him. Well, you have. Here's your reward. Go, the hunt away. Oh, hey, if you're seeking something today, you'll find bandits in the rooms and magic nearby. It's worth it. Nice to see you. Boy, Frank, a question. Do you know why people always stop and watch a blacksmith at work? Because he's riveting. It's good to see a new face in this sad hole. Oh, of course, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Osbert, local master of hammers and anvils. Do you need your blade sharpened? Ha, friend, I wish. But the only task I can use help with might be a bit too delicate for you to handle. Unless you're a master goldsmith, then feel free to prove it, and I'll have work for you immediately. There's just not enough of them to go around. Listen, I said I don't have any jobs, as in things I pay you for doing. That doesn't mean I can't teach you a thing or two, if you're willing to learn it. Since you're free to wander about while I'm stuck in the keep, maybe we can make good use of that. You've probably bashed in the skull of a beast or two, right? The alchemists, they're likely snatching up the corpses, using them up to cook their weird concoctions. But perhaps you'd rather craft yourself some armor from those hides, huh? We should start with something simple. Let's see. I'll give you some notes on how to make armor. You gather the materials and get to work. And when you're done, you can bring it over so I can see what you've made. Oh, not really. Especially since we went into a lockdown a while ago. People used to come and go. Now and then a ship would make a stop at the village below, but nobody's really come around since. Well, since the entire shit show that's going down everywhere. Now that I think of it, you're the first they've let in. What'd you do? Who'd you bribe? Oh, so you have friends in Camelot. Good for you. Of course I do. Those pins are peak craftsmanship. They're very rare at that. We only gave them out on Camelot's orders. But, well, look at you. Well, it's pretty obvious you wouldn't be able to beat a knight. And even if you found one already dead, you'd soon make his armor with a pin you knew nothing about. Either way, good for you. Yeah, after we lost 2 squads trying to take back the All-Mother's temple from the Dalrita, our captain decided that nobody leaves the halls. Then he shut himself in his office, not giving us any orders. Feared us is trying to keep the lads occupied, but, just look around. Half of the people here are losing their minds, and the rest are losing their wages from drink. Sometimes I wonder, how many things can go wrong at the same time. They say that's misery loves company, but here, like we've done something to anger the gods, and they're taking their sweet revenge. First, started hearing that the weirdness was spreading in Brotherwood. Soon after that, we saw waves of bandits approaching from there. Desperate people. It took a lot of our territory. Then the Dalrita tribes took over the All-Mother's temple. And after that, the supply chains of Camelot collapsed for some reason. And so on and so forth. We're in quite a pickle, my friend. We started betting on what's going to happen next. Sea monsters? Who knows? Yes, and Dan Forest north of here was already cursed and creepy. Now, I've heard it's an entirely different level of crazy. They said that some men here started going dark up north. With that, the weirdness started moving. And when the weirdness gets here, well, we're fucked. But you know that. Every child says the stories. Truth be told, most of them are just people desperate to survive. When the villagers started dying out because of the weirdness, hunger, or rage, they lost their livelihoods, ended up with nothing to their names, and nowhere to go. So they banded together and started raiding whatever was left. Then they turned to killing each other. They're like rabid wolves. Too bad they're now too. That's, I don't know. It's hard to explain. They kept to themselves, perched in the mountains near the 4 long swords. Then something happened, and suddenly we saw ships arriving near our eastern shores. A couple days later, the tribes took over. One good thing is that the bandits aren't up to fight with them. One bad thing, we aren't either. I heard that 2 fell down the stairs and didn't break a single bone. So that's a start. Other than that, no, I can't think of anything. Good to see you again. The pledge today was very interesting, wasn't it? The certainty in Quartermaster Amos' voice. Beautiful. Makes one eager to start work. So, what do you need this time? The pass again? Are you planning a trip to the stale lamb? Hey, not this time, my friend. I've read a link. I'm waiting for delivery. Steward Orla will let me know when more arrives. In the meantime, I need to ask you for a favour. So, you in? For the sake of our long friendship? Orla,
I'm sure I'm not mistaken. Anyway, about that favour I asked of you. I guess you still haven't sobered up, huh? The Stale Lamb. You know, the tavern in the village below the keep. It's run by Ron. Truly a great place. They're not planning to close it down. They wouldn't do that, right? Just as we agreed. We appreciate that you remember. Holding one's tongue is the key to success. Keep it up. Did you know it needs to stay between us? Do you understand? See, you understand? Fantastic. So, here's the thing. On the recent night out of wrongs, it seems I may have left some sensitive documents at the bar. Documents, with Captain Fergus' seal. But not necessarily sealed by him. You know what I mean. I can't really go there right now. Could you get them back for me? I'm sure it won't be too much of a problem. Splendid. When you have the documents, meet me at the third crowing of the rooster. Or just find me. I'll be around. You're right, newbie. Have you been seeing the refugees? I can't believe poor Cole was put in a cage. Hey, what a mess. Cole came to us with a group of refugees from some nearby villages. They were looking for shelter from, well, everything that's been happening here. Bandits, the weirdness, the Del Reader, hunger. I was happy Fergus let them in and allowed them to stay. You'll meet them in the village. They live in the buildings up high. Not long ago, though, Cole started acting very strange, erratic, sometimes even aggressive. One of our keepers, Old Mahon, tried to calm him down. He might have used too much force, and Cole felt compelled to defend himself. He bit Old Mahon, and since then, the old fool has been lying in the infirmary. Frankly, I think Mahon brought it on himself. I shouldn't have put that poor man in a cage. Wait, if you ever meet Patrice, please give her those flowers. I know it's not much, but I'd like her to know she's not alone. I'll support her and the other refugees. I'm sure there are more of us who do. If you're here to see a healer, don't bother. He's a quack and a butcher who likes to watch people suffer. And I mean it. He's a know-it-all from Camelot. The truth is, he doesn't know shit. All of those academic types think they're better than us village folk, just because they read a book. We've been getting by just fine without any of their crap. I came to him with a toothache, asked him to make me something for the pain. And you know what he did? He said my tooth is rotten, and then sent me to Osprey to get it pulled out. Sounds like horse crap. My grandma was smarter than your lot, and she couldn't even read. She knew how to make a proper potion for toothache. If I were any good at mixing that stuff, I wouldn't need to deal with quacks like Heber. I even gave him my grandma's recipe, but he said it was no good. Don't know. Probably just didn't like that an old woman from a backwater village was a better healer than him. You will? Oh, you're a lifesaver. Tooth saver, yeah? No matter. Ah, you're back.
Oh, sorry. Do I know you? I'm terrible with faces. Either way, glad to make your acquaintance. I'm John Heber, a physician raised in Camelot and trained in the Royal Academy. It's some local witchcraft I've been trying to make sense of. I guess I'll find out when I try it. Experience is the best teacher. And don't worry, I'm not testing anything on the others. Random a great Camelotian physician, used to say that a real doctor would never give his patient something he hadn't tried on himself first. A wise approach, which I follow myself. What irony. The pursuit of knowledge is always dangerous. That's why it's reserved for only the bravest of the brave. It takes true guts to face the unknown, to realize just how little you know, and how insignificant you are to the world. Oh, that was unexpected. Yeah, take it. What will happen, I have no idea. But please tell me, if you live to find out. I was classically trained in the proper art of medicine by the scholars of Camelot. The things they do here, they make no sense. No sense at all. Most of this stuff shouldn't even be effective. Yet it seems to work wonders on these simple-minded, tough-bodied people here in the south. Shipments from Camelot are late, so I'm only low on supplies. If I'm not able to treat them, they'll start complaining. And Fergus doesn't like when people complain, especially when it comes to their health. He truly cares about them, I forgot to admit. He doesn't care much about anyone else, though. I don't dream about anything anymore, so sleep feels like a waste of precious time. Fortunately, back in Camelot, I found a mix of remedies that can keep me awake for a whole week. It was quite popular in our study group. Oh no, every physician needs his secrets. But I can tell you some if you promise not to tell any of the higher-ups. There are side effects. You won't fall asleep for a while, but the moment you do, well, you'll feel like you died and came back to life, only to die again. So you can take the next dose, or endure it. I can endure it because I don't have a post to attend to, but our brave soldiers, well, that'd be risky. Well, they already trust my word. I'll be sure to deny everything. Moreover, I'm in a position to raise my prices or to refuse to sell you medicine, whichever suits my mood. I'm honestly quite offended during asking. Healing diseases, sometimes cutting people open. Oh, and pulling out teeth seems to be a leading cause of concern for everyone around here. Me pulling teeth in the arse end of the world? My friends back in Camelot would laugh their brains out. Why would you though? Don't you have better things to do? Aha, got it. So you're off the work not out of the goodness of your heart, but for your own selfish plans. Good point. That is a very good point. You're right, if you're a mercenary, then I do have a job for someone who'd be willing to risk their life in exchange for material goods. Back at the academy, I found an ancient scroll written by the Druids, forbidden knowledge, especially now after the mob forced them all into a wicker man and burned every last one of them to ash. I finally deciphered it a little while ago. It describes a ritual that needs to be performed at night within a stone circle. And guess what? It's one in the nearby forest. I guess you already know what I need you to do, hmm? That is an excellent question, but I don't know. From what I'm able to decipher, it's a summoning spell to bring something or someone to our world. That being will share its great knowledge with the one brave enough to summon it. I need you to remember what it says and repeat it to me after you're back, word for word. Isn't it obvious? I'm the only medic they have here at the halls. I'd like to see Fergus' face if he hears about me going out there. And here I am, thinking that everyone's already heard about the Child Conclave. Well, it wasn't the proudest moment in history, that's for sure. You truly don't know. At some point, the villagers all around the island decided that the Druids were responsible for the Red Death and all other ailments of our times. They rounded them all up in a massive wicker man north of the Full-on Swords and burned them all to ashes. Hundreds of years of knowledge gone within the blink of an eye. But, well, that's what's bound to happen when you stop paying for people's education and invest in keeping the elites fed instead. In Camelot, maybe, but this far south, nobody cares. I spent my entire life digging through scrolls and books in pursuit of their knowledge. I've been reading about their rites and the descriptions of their rituals. Look, I'm sure they're onto something. They knew much more than we do, but it feels like there's a veil wrapped tightly around that knowledge. It's like I need to find the right spell, the right ritual, something that will unwrap it for me. Lanzo knows very well what he must do. I'm sorry, but there's nothing else I can do for him. Either he removes the tooth, or it will keep hurting. Yes, his grandma's miracle medicine. I honestly don't have time for village superstitions. I had to confiscate the recipe as well, lest he tries making it himself. As if I don't have enough problems already. No, I finally made myself clear. If you want an excuse to drink yourself to oblivion on moonshine, just drink the moonshine. No need to add the potentially dangerous ingredients. Well, to be fair, the base recipe is pretty harmless. But what if someone decides that if they don't have carnation, it's perfectly fine to substitute it with devil's snare, since the colour is more or less the same? Or sage with wolfsbane, because, leaves are leaves. I'm sorry, but unfortunately I know these people well enough not to trust them with something like this. What? How do you... You know what? Fine. Do whatever you want. But if it causes you to shit yourself for 3 days straight, don't come running to me.
Sir, I haven't seen you before. I was expecting a guest. You don't look like a new recruit. Would you like to let you in? He's not drinking again, I hope. Huh, that's surprising. But good. Very good. He's been a drunk for as long as I can remember. Keep saying he'll stop, but he never does. But he's not for long. The name's Fergus, and I assume you already know I'm important enough here. Now state your business. Please, try to be convincing, or the walls of this fortress will be the last thing you'll ever see. Yes, I know. And that's why he's standing in front of me. However, these pens will only get to certain people. They mean that in times of trouble, these people will always find a safe haven here in the Horns. That makes me wonder, what happened to your friend? Where is he? If what you're saying is true, he must have had a deal with somebody well above my pay grade, and that leaves He's not our first line of defense. The answers are, every man here needs to have a job, and no offense to Odin, but let's just say we can afford to lose him. I'm sure the hordes of visitors clamoring at our gates can survive the insult. Just as I thought. If you have friends among the knights, you'll want to talk to the captain, but that's not happening anytime soon. Because I said so. What, did you expect me to just enter our keep, head straight for the captain's quarters? There wouldn't be much point in having walls and guards here if anyone could just do that, would there? I haven't helped any of my people, or are you just here to wave that pin in my face again? First, show me you care, and then I'll take you to the captain. I can't have every random stray wasting his time. Not now, when the outcome of the war with its tribes is so precarious. I trust we understand each other? Good. Come back when you've proven your worth to the horns of the south, then we'll talk. No, you better take bribes. Before you get to throw your gold around, my keepers are running a charity for our veterans. That way, your coin pouch won't weigh you down, and you'll be supporting a worthy cause. That's a shame. In that case, why not help them with your own 2 hands? So what? We've been having trouble with the dead lately. The kind that don't collapse in peace. There are more and more of them roaming the area. It might just be the weirdness, as it has been studied creeping closer from the north, but somehow I doubt it. Anyway, I suggest you go see Mark first. He knows best what's going on there. He's our huntsman. He keeps us stocked with meat, so the lads don't have to live on fish alone. They're pretty grumpy when that happens. Right now, Mark is the only other person who's allowed to leave the keep. I'm not about to risk the life of our last link to the outside world, especially when you're so eager to lend a hand. There's a local legend about a dark druid named Slaughter, that was it. He was necromancer rumored to be able to raise the dead and make them do his bidding. Quite an old legend though, so unless he managed to raise himself from the dead, I doubt he's behind this. It's old. From what I've heard, it even predates the horns of the south. The keepers and the people from the village below used to bury their dead there, but after the flood, it's been pretty much abandoned. Yeah, damn druids. They flooded the village with innocent people just to show everyone they're still in power. That logic did it to them. I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad we got rid of them. The things they do were unnatural. It's not far, but it's hard to miss. But honestly, I suggest you go see Mark first. You don't really know what you're walking into, so if I were you, I'd try to learn as much as possible beforehand. The captain forbade anyone from leaving the keep, so I couldn't, and truth be told, I didn't particularly want to. You don't get no recruits, and you're, well... Sure, let's go with that. Good. Try not to get yourself killed, and get rid of whatever's been causing the problem. Ninian, I knew the Red Death would take him. Damn shame. He was one of the good ones. You did right bringing this back. The horns look after their own, even after they're gone. But, now that I think of it, how did you manage to get hold of his tag? Culture, in the asylum. You can't expect me to take that at face value. Brother Rialgan said Ninian was too weak to survive the journey. They came for him, and we even held a symbolic keeper's burial for him. What were you doing in the island asylum? You look fine, but if you were there, near him... I'm sorry this happened to you. Still, you have to understand. Now that you've told me this, I'll be keeping a close eye on you. No risks can be taken when it comes to the Red Death. Excalibur, you want to pull it out? That's a good one. I'll be my guess. If you think you can, go ahead. But unless you're King Arthur reborn, I wouldn't count on it. That's all our tags. Every soldier gets one when they pledge their loyalty. I suspect the body you took it from was already cold. It's killing the keeper, which lands you in some serious trouble. You know, here's what I'm thinking. If you stumble over any of our fallen keepers out there, bring me their tags. Sure, they all swore to stay here until the bitter end, but they have families who deserve to know what became of them. It's part of my duty, but since I can't send any more beyond these walls, maybe you could lend a hand. I'll pay you for every tag you bring back. You know where to find me if you don't trust me more. I'm Captain Brendan's right hand. He deals with the serious matters I don't want to know anything about. I take care of our everyday life. Brandon, this is the keep. Anyone sworn in as keeper lives here, unless they're no longer fit for service. If that happens, they get transferred to the village. Otherwise, they're not allowed to go there without my express permission. So if you ever see any of my boys down there looking shifty, feel free to report them. You're allowed to walk around the keep and the village, but if anyone catches you stealing, I'll take your hands. If you attack me with my men, I'll take your head. That's enough for you. There's been the captain. Were it up to me, she'd be long gone. Her presence here distracts my men. There are a few retired keepers living there. They might tell you about the good old days of nicely. There are also some refugees from north of the island. There's no rest with them. I don't really know much about what's going on in that place. I just make sure they have everything they need, more or less. You always go see for yourself. People think from bandits, from the weirdness, you name it. I was exaggerating when I said we were the last beacon of hope this far south. But these people, we are. Don't know how many more we can take, but that's a problem for another time. It used to belong to the keep. You could say it was its beating heart. Their village was where our lighthouses led the ships, and where the workers lived with their families. Ah, those must have been the days. But then the ships stopped coming, and there were less and less new keepers, and the others left looking for a better life. Until, at last, the sea took most of it. What else was there to do? There weren't enough people to live there, and nobody wanted to anyway. Not since the monsters started coming out of the sea. We wiped out most of them, but new ones showed up every now and then. Mark, our hunter, keeps an eye on the place. You can talk to him if you want. It was an idea of interesting. There's a weird statue with a gong, but I'm not sure how much of it is left. Other than that, probably just damp rubble. I don't know, that's Mark. I'm pretty sure he just sits there all day instead of hunting. No wonder we're eating nothing but fish. If you need rest, you can sleep in the barracks. It's no royal chamber, but it's better to sleep under a roof than under the stars, right? Especially in this horrible weather.
do? Ah, shit. I'm not enough to feed. Here, gets something off his rocker. He thinks I can feed everyone on the little he gives me. Yes, if we don't open the keep soon, we'll have to start eating rats. Not that I can't cook them away. It's a good thing you didn't start with calm down, or I'd shut my cleaver jars. Yeah, I'm pissed off, because our gracious sovereigns recently decided to let a bunch of refugees from the villages. They say they're running from the weirdness. Who knows, really? So now I have even more hungry mouths to feed, and since the captain ordered a lockdown of our keep, the supplies are dwindling a lot faster than I'd like. Of course, I can make you 1,000 different dishes based on fish and grapes. But come on, even the keepers need some variety in their lives. Well, an adventurer, are you? Ah, I'm good for now, but if you find something interesting, you can drop it off here, and as a sign of goodwill, I'll allow you free reign of my kitchen. If you need to cook something, go ahead. Oh, this is new. Maybe we'll get along after all. But then you never want to learn, only eat. Oh, you're trying to piss me off, aren't you? If you don't like my food, then get lost. Go to Ron's Tavern and stop wasting my time. In the fishing village, that's where the guards retire to sit on their asses and fart, or sit, fart, and drink themselves into a stupor. Hell no, I'd rather stay useful here and drop dead at my stove than waste space over there. If someone's still fit to work but chooses to laze around all day instead, they should be kicked out, not rewarded with free beer.
Blessings upon you, stranger. May the word always resonate within your soul. What do you mean, my child? I'm afraid you are attributing too many characteristics to me based solely on the clothes I wear. The horns of the south are my home. My mission is to spread the word. The word is good. I'm afraid that I simply cannot believe your blasphemous words without proof. Father Leon. I knew him in my youth. He was my mentor, a truly devoted servant of the prophet. And back then, he was already showing signs of being overly devoted, let's call it. He followed the word and the word alone, which might seem commendable, but it doesn't necessarily make for easy everyday communication between brothers. He answered questions with quotes. Can you imagine? We never knew whether his faith was truly that strong, or if he was just mocking us. So this letter, well, it doesn't prove much. It's true that it's written in a normal way and not using quotes, but the seal matches, and the handwriting too, so I do not question its authenticity. I dare say, however, that Father Leon's devotion might have turned into madness. Why shouldn't it? It's a sickness, a corruption, but also a mystery. Many of my brothers would call it a curse, a stain upon Avalon that must be purged. And yet, I wonder, did Kai not teach us that all things have a purpose? That even suffering carries wisdom. The weirdness twists and warps, yes, it consumes and it takes, but it also gives. Life grows in its wake, strange and terrible, but life all the same. If we are to fight it, we must first understand it. And that is what frightens the church most of all, understanding. As prepared as any man can be against something they barely understand. A sword and fire will hold back beasts, but what of the creeping rot that twists flesh and mind alike? But there is one thing. The Excalibur they keep here. It has not been wielded in age, yet the weird does not creep near it. Well, even as it rests upon its pedestal, the air around it remains untouched. The tendrils of corruption that strangle stone and steel refuse to claim it. The keepers may not see it for what it is, but I do. There is power in that blade. Something ancient, something beyond the church's teachings. And if it truly holds back the weirdness, then perhaps it was never meant for men alone. Safe? No. That's safer than most, I suppose. But tell me, what is safety, truly? A stronghold? A weapon? A prayer? I've seen men with all three fall just the same. So no, I do not feel safe. But I do feel watched. And sometimes that is enough. Certainly, Kai's blessings know no bounds, but sometimes it's useful to seal them in a handy flask. May Kai's word always guide.
This feeling, it was so strong, so real. I remember now, the weight of it, the power. This blade was never just steel. It was a part of me. A sword like that, it doesn't yield easily. It demands strength of body and of will. You'll need to grow stronger before it will choose you. It's more than a sword. It's a promise. A blade that stands for unity, for strength, and for hope. It wasn't just mine. It belongs to Avalon. Every swing, every battle was fought for the land and its people. But Excalibur is also a burden. It demands more than just skill. It demands purpose. Without that, then it is just steel.
Welcome to the Museum of the Horns of the South, the southernmost keep under Camelot's jurisdiction. My name is Riderick, and I will be happy to introduce you to the rich history of this fascinating place. A history that began 623 years ago with the first keeper, Sewell Firstfoot. I'd also like to bring your attention to our numerous exhibits that are, as I like to say, inanimate witnesses of the history of the Horns of the South. It began in the year 542. It is the crowning achievement of a group of keepers who were fascinated with Sewell Firstfoot. It took them years of tremendous effort to finally open an institution devoted to research and education, worthy of commemorating Sewell's great legacy. The first keeper of the museum was Gladwin Flanagan, who was personally appointed by Captain Barrock the Black. I don't doubt it. Since Sewell Firstfoot was a remarkable figure, well known to every keeper, drawing on available sources, we can claim with almost absolute certainty that Sewell Firstfoot was the first man who ever set foot on the island of Avalon. As you can probably guess, that's where his moniker, Firstfoot, comes from. Oh, of course. Sewell was an outstanding commander whose strategic mind, bravery, and charisma contributed to our capture of the South from the Ford dwellers. He was also the founder of the Horns of the South, so I can say with absolute conviction that if it were not for Sewell Firstfoot, we wouldn't even be standing here having this conversation. The museum holds a collection of 72 items of the so-called movable, tangible heritage. The collection includes big and small items that represent the world surrounding the keepers of the Horns of the South from the 1st to the 6th century of the Avalonian era. Here you will find militaria, craft tools, everyday objects, furniture, textiles, coins, religious artifacts. But I'd say all exhibits are worthy of your attention, but I could point you to the ones I personally think to be the most notable, or subjectively of course, the most interesting. Those would be the items that used to belong to Sewell Firstfoot. We have his... What is also worth mentioning is the tableware used by King Arthur himself.
What do you think of Skywall? Skywall, what do you think of it? The ones all looking to wear. Sure, maybe it's easy to make in movement, but it doesn't provide much protection. Someone just needs to stab you between the scales and you're done for. The nail roller is much better. That will prevent you from being run through with a pole arm or getting shot with a bow. It's also much more comfortable. I really love that. In volume 4 of the Armourer's Almanac, Arden Shadow describes the differences between various types of armour. For example, chainmail allows for a good range of movement, but it's heavy. It also provides poor protection against blunt weapons, and its production is laborious. Now, I have knowledge from books and a lot of thoughts on the subject, so I know what it would be like to wear different armour. Shadowblade is a moniker. Arden is passionate about weapons and armour. He has great knowledge of materials, techniques, and history. A true expert. Everything he writes is interesting. I'll have to meet him one day. I told them, but I don't say I know jack shit. Besides, the people rarely go outside the walls nowadays. In the quartermaster if I don't like our equipment, it can send me out scouting in just my underwear. That's all right. But somebody that stabs me under the scales, I'll go straight to the quartermaster and give him an earful. Oh, of course. I mean, I've never made one. I'm not an armourer, but I've read so much about it that I'm sure it won't be a problem. Here's the page for the Armourer's Almanac that explains the cost.
Hey, tell me, can you read? Listen, I'm no good with words. Could you read me a letter from my sister? She's learning how to read and write. Can you believe it? She writes letters to me. I'm so proud of her. Oh, thanks. Here's the letter. What did it? No, you must have misunderstood something. What do I do now? I don't know. I should go back to him. I guess, yes.
Hello? Are you here to keep me company or put me out of my misery? Justin, I love you, but this weather is killing me. You don't say. I didn't choose to be here. Our beloved quartermaster sent me to freeze my arse off. He said it's punishment for spitting on the good name of the keepers. Whatever that. I just got drunk in the tavern and lost half my pay, and maybe some of my clothes. I mean, why would he even care? It was my gold. I can spend it how I please. Oh, I need a warm coat, and I mean the absolute warmest coat you can get. Possibly might have something in stock or no way to make one. I'd ask myself, but he's not exactly speaking with me these days. Thanks, friend. It's nice to have a break.
Always good to have a little rest. If I just stay put, everything will be just fine.
Watch the feet. Your feet and my priceless seedlings. I swear, your nosiness will be the death of you. I'm Owen, and this is what I do here. I have everything I need. And you, the fly in the ointment. Always. It's safe. I can keep an eye on it, and I can chase off the seagulls. And when the weirdness comes, and the dead start rising up from their graves, then a rooftop garden will be much safer than one on the ground. I let Rark in. He doesn't talk so much. He's my best friend. My hole in your skull would be worth 1,000 words. No, I can handle a few seagulls. I'm not like that idiot Gwilyn. You need to talk to plants to help them grow. I'm not gonna... Stay quiet.
Were you at the pledge? I didn't see you. Yeah. Victory over health, honour over life. Yeah, bandits, tribes, Sodom, Sleepdemic is the worst son of a bitch I ever fall. No sleeping now. The service is eternal. Where would we be if Seawall took naps all the time? You need to serve, not. I shut my eyes for about 15 minutes every day, sometimes 20. Besides, a true keeper doesn't sleep, he keeps watch. The old mother will reward me after I'm dead. But I'm not gonna lie, that potion from Eva, our physician, works miracles. You could stand on the walls all day and night and not even think about closing your eyes. What? Where's it about? I never asked. I just came in the evenings when I was getting sleepy and took it. And then Yang put it somewhere else. Keeper's vigour. Good stuff. Excuse me? Those were local supplies for every keeper. Shit. Maybe I was stealing. Oh, I never thought about it like that.
If I just stay put.
Sir.
Bloody seagulls! Can you hear me? You flying vermin! Just fly land here and I'll pluck your asses clean! I keep by the sea. What a great idea that was. And what do you want? I'm fixated. Me! You didn't see what they did a week ago. I was just standing watch as usual, and then suddenly, splat. A dozen of them flying overhead, screeching, shitting and whatnot. So I yelled what I think about them, shaking my fist, and then another 4, splat, and they kept screeching. I tell you, they're laughing at me. I spent all night cleaning my armor, smoothing things through this idea where to put the keep. Mark my words. I don't like how you seem to think I'm a fool. So, what now? Should I shit on you for that? I don't think so. I once managed to shoot a few. I thought they learned their lesson and wouldn't be flying over here anymore. And guess what they did? They kept shitting with increased force. Like they're planning it. Vengeful scoundrels. I need to try a different strategy. Find something that will make them feel real terror. Like the way crows are afraid of scarecrows and fleas. I'm sure seagulls also have something that scares them. We just need to find out what it is. Oh, thank you. I just need you to bring me some kind of bird scare. They'll learn their lesson and keep away from me. I don't know. I'm not sure if there's anyone crazy enough to dig up something like this. There is one guy in the museum, Riderick. He's supposed to know everything. Just keep your head down. You need something? I like you. Hello. Are you also wondering why we... Lighthouses. What the hell are Dara and his workers pushing so hard to build the second one? He's one not enough. Is it? I mean, 2 lighthouses next to each other. Almost. 2 taverns, of course. One to drink in, and a second for when you're already drunk. Aye, why would they? The waters are treacherous, so no ships. Storms and weirdness are deadly combination. Besides, who'd have the time to build or repair them? Fair enough problem. Well, one was even hanged for theft. But I can't say much more as I wasn't there. If you're interested in the horns, you should visit our museum. You'll learn more about that fella. Swap. What do I think? Well, there's long books are saying that there's some other... I don't get... Hey, you're heading to the village, right? You should take this medicine to my father, will you? Go on, he's there. I can't promise that Dr. will be any fun. Not all keepers have been here their entire life, you know? He got me, serves me right for wanting to find him, stupid son of a bitch. Ah, he is to serve too. In fact, he was the builder before me, but his father is a father, right? We may hate each other, but if ever doesn't know, then I don't either. Because you receive orders would like any keeper to have a pass, and I don't have one. I've already used mine. When that Egypt gets in order, it's like a place to stumble into an orgy. I don't know. Following my old man here was all I ever wanted. There was a picture of myself as a husband, a father one. I wouldn't know how to raise a kid. I just mess them up, like father, like son. Well, no, of course not. We're not priests of the old. A woman can be an old crone and still devote herself to the All Mother. But a man old enough to hold a sword, young enough to not break under it, so we all got different rules that I keep, sure. But at the core, we're... If I had a gold coin for every time someone asked me that, I could fund the damn thing. Look, it's Camelot's orders. I get paid. If they want to throw money at us to keep up appearances, that's their problem. So you're
Oh, Mother have mercy. Another one. That's just my luck. Did the post here and they told me. You look at one of crap. There's always something. If it's not a death fall apart. Well, to be fair, he only bet one night both of them are sick. Our heroes have no clue what's wrong, which is the only reason that refugee isn't dead yet. So he's sitting in a cage. His wife's crying all day and everyone's pissed. I mean, no need to tell me that. But I can't just go back. I gotta sit here and hope everything works itself out. I mean, so whether it's me or them. No, the deck. Nah, just old wood. Honestly, it's at least my power's always busy with his life. Every time I try to do it myself, someone else needs to even sneak out of the tavern because last time some rich bitch started complaining that everything. It's a seaside village. What else? You do that? That would be a huge relief. Well, maybe not huge. They're, truth be told, I don't know why they want it so badly. That's for boats. But, well, you know how it is with old folks. Once they get fixated on something, I'd pay if I could, but this was supposed to be my job. The budget's long gone. Not exactly standard keeper knowledge, but, well... Surprise, the only thing more mismatched than the barks around here is my career, but, yeah, I like imagining places where things fit, where chairs don't wobble, tables look like someone hacked them together with dull act. Not exactly a secret I broadcast. Most folks see me as tearing in their grunt, but, hey, we've all got something to keep us sane, right? Oh, she's a real piece of work, that one. She came here with her husband. Poor man. You know, sometimes I regret not getting married. But if I had a wife like her... See you out.
I hope Kate isn't making Morris do anything horrible. Do you need help settling in, dear? This isn't the best day to start a new life in this place, but what a nasty business with that boy. I'm almost glad my Oh, I'm not sure, love. I don't move around too much. I just heard about that trees make such a lovely young couple. They remind me of Morris and me when we... I'm sorry, dear. I hope I didn't offend you. I'm somewhat used to it. You see, I was born in Little Grove. I thought I would live out the rest of me now. I wanted to see the world. I guess sometimes the world doesn't give us a choice, does it? That's what people say, but I never agreed. I weathered many storms with my Morris, coming out stronger each time. Avalon taught us to cherish the little joys of our everyday life. Little Grove was raided by bandits. Their leader, Bald Kate, they called her, somehow got hold of a branding iron used to mark outlaws. That way, Kate made sure nobody would ever help them, and they'd have no choice but to turn to her if they wanted to survive. My Morris used to be a skilled tanner. I guess that's why she picked him. It is, isn't it? Kate is nothing if not resourceful. I don't know. I would have left with him, but I was sick and exhausted from the journey, so I promised to join him when I got better. No, he only promised that he'd find somewhere safe, but I'm not sure if there is any such place left in the south. Oh, mother bless you, my dear. That's all I can ask for. Stay safe.
Each day feels heavier.
What do you want? To gawk at the beast? Well, I'll have to disappoint you. My Cole is not the So you really don't know? If you're not from here, I'm not sure what could have brought just to know that Cole isn't like that. Something's poisoning his mind and soul. I don't know what it is, or why it happened to Cole. One evening there was a quarrel between our group, the villagers, and one of the keepers had a bit too much to drink and let some comments sit. They held insults at us, saying there's no place for us here, that we should just get the hell out of it hard. Sure, I bet that bunch of wimps wouldn't last a week outside. All they do. Well, Cole went mad. He attacked that keeper and bit him. It was serious, but the keeper survived. Afterwards, they chained Cole up and locked him in a cage. His condition started to worsen. They said a monster like him doesn't bastards. This might sound silly, but before we reached the keep, we came near strange in the morning. We realised everyone had a strange streak. Cole started acting weird. We set up camp near the Archspire. We hope the bandits wouldn't dare to venture into a place like that. With everything that's been happening lately, I'm ready to believe in... What? What? Do you know the meaning of those flowers in that configuration? Revenge. There's nothing nice about it, and I don't know if he did it on purpose or if he's just an idiot. Thank you. For them. Take those flowers away. Burn them. Throw them in the cauldron. Be careful.
Buy something or bugger off. Unless you've already bought from Orla. Then just pursue potential customers. Listen here, pal. I've no idea where you come from, but here, it's the vendor who makes the decision, not the other way around. How many people here do you think are offering to exchange goods for coins? Yeah, Orla, a woman merchant from the keep. Go on, try giving her your money. I bet... What do you want? Bloody hell, look at this. The old place is in a shambles. I do nothing but shuffle around, stare at walls. I'm telling you, if I was still working here, this place wouldn't know you. What you want? You know what I want to do? No, I bloody knew it. Retirement my arse. It's shit. The police when I was still working. So, one day my boy got into his stupid head to hold the Barney's heel. Bullshit. They're all telling me I should do something about it. Or else I'm done for that. Like hell I will. I'm still here, ain't I? I'll serve. Peace and quiet. At least when I'm with Finley. Listen, then he just hell. These are... Yeah, right.
Dobra, tutaj zakończymy, zobaczymy ile albo jak długie to będzie. Na pewno mało co z tego będzie zrozumiałe, ale mam nadzieję, że chociaż to obejrzycie. Zapraszam do komentowania, subskrybowania. Zapraszam na Twitcha. Na razie.